This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Rebecca Vargas. It's Wednesday, isn't it? Did we make it halfway through the week?
All day.
We're here. We're over the hump.
We are. Getting there.
Yeah.
Walking
you wake
toward
up
the
this
weekend.
morning, you're halfway there, right?
Little Fridays tomorrow.
Yes. Can't wait for that. And parking meters making a comeback. That's something you don't want to wake up to. Well, for some
and they
people.
said almost all the people at the meeting last night were against parking meters.
Yeah, but the commissioners, I think they were for it.
We better start saving our change now.
Yeah. Hopefully there's a new technological advancement there where we don't need change.
Yeah.
We'll see.
That'd be neat. We'll watch that story and see. Showers and thunderstorms coming our way this afternoon. Perhaps a few more of them around, but still, on balance, less than we would normally see at this time of year. So like yesterday, I think most of us will enjoy a day without any rainfall around. About a 30% chance to 20% chance of storms in the afternoon. Higher the further south you go, around the mouth of Charlotte Harbor, the best chances of rainfall or so. And we'll look for a daytime high that tops out again warm, coming in the low 90s. We'll have that complete forecast for you coming in just a few. Back to you guys.
Thank you, John. Taking a look at Suncoast roadways, and on a Wednesday morning, things are looking good. Traffic is building, but no accidents or delays. You see coming over the Green Bridge there on 41. A little bit more volume than there has been, and also it's 41 south. Topping our news this morning, just hours after Congress reconvened after the summer break in Washington, Senate Democrats have blocked a $1.1 billion bill to fight the Zika virus.
And this as more cases of the virus have been reported in South Florida. CNN's Mary Maloney has the latest.
Crews in the sky and on the ground in Florida trying to fight Zika. In Washington, a different kind of battle over how to pay for the fight.
We have the opportunity to provide the funding to help combat the mosquito-borne Zika virus.
On the table, a $1.1 billion bill passed by the House.
We know that we can save lives. This isn't something that's up in the air, debatable.
But Democrats cry foul, pointing to provisions blocking Planned Parenthood funding and stripping a ban on Confederate flags in military cemeteries.
The display of the Confederate flag. There are some people that want the display in certain areas. What does that have to do with Zika?
While campaigning in the Sunshine State, Hillary Clinton also accused Republicans of playing politics.
Put people before politics and finally vote in favor of a clean funding bill to fight Zika right here in Florida.
The bill needed 60 votes to pass, but Senate Democrats blocked the measure.
On this vote, the yeas are 52, the nays are 46.
Several congressional Republicans have suggested they might lump Zika funding in with other government spending measures, resolving the issue before the end of the month.
No one should doubt the gravity of the threat or the long-term health consequences of failing to get our work done.
I'm Mary Maloney reporting.
Meanwhile, Governor Scott is now responding to this decision to reject the funding.
He was supposed to meet with Congress to discuss the virus yesterday, but canceled the trip and stayed in Florida due to Tropical Storm Hermine. Now, he says he's disappointed the bill died in the Senate. In a statement, Scott says the Zika virus is a national issue and demands immediate federal action. I hope Congress and the president quickly agree on funding to combat Zika so we can protect pregnant women and their growing babies who are most harmed by this virus.
Well, back here on the Suncoast, Sarasota City Commissioners are taking a step forward towards bringing back parking meters to downtown. During a meeting yesterday, elected officials listened to over a dozen merchants and residents who almost all spoke against the concept. But commissioners voted 4-1 to begin inspecting various meter styles for installation.
There are a lot of merchants that I've talked to that are pro parking meters because they understand the turnover and they will get more people in their places of business. So yes, we heard from a group of people today, but not all.
It's just outrageous. Outrageous.
Now, the city approved and then removed meters 4 years ago after strong public opposition. They think it will be different this time if they choose a better style of meter that is easier to see in the sunshine. In Manatee County, a nearly $700 million budget for the 2016-2017 school year now has the green light from the Manatee County School Board. The budget was approved during a meeting yesterday. It's an increase of about $20 million from last year's spending plan, which is partially due to increased enrollment in Manatee County schools. This marks the third consecutive year the district has had a balanced budget.
A Manatee County man set to go on trial next year for murdering 3 people will not be allowed new legal representation. A judge is denying Andy Avalos' request after the accused killer argued his court-appointed attorney is ineffective. The judge could have decided to appoint a substitute lawyer, but Avalos now is set to go on trial in May for the murders of his wife, Amber, neighbor Denise Potter, and pastor Trip Battle.
Well, local law enforcement officers continue to equip themselves against active shooting situations, especially those involving high-powered rifles.
With the help of another Sarasota County department, the Sheriff's Office will be receiving 350 new vests to help if they are involved in that shooting situation. ABC 7's Adam Cellini has the details.
It covers the major trauma areas in the chest and the back.
Soon, these 16-pound vests will be standard for every Sarasota County deputy for defense against the firearms prevalent in recent mass shootings.
It's a hardened steel front and back plate, and it's made and designed particularly to stop long guns, for rifle rounds in particular.
In fact, all local law enforcement is beefing up their defense in response to active shooter situations. Bradenton Police has a new rifle-grade ballistic shield on the way. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office already purchased similar vests for its deputies, and Sarasota Police has made some safety additions, though they declined to specify exactly what type. In June, this ballistic helmet saved a SWAT officer's life at the Pulse nightclub shooting.
Obviously, Orlando, Fort Myers here in Florida in particular, we decided to do some investigating as to what kind of equipment was out there to be able to protect our deputies from particularly rifle rounds, long guns.
The $135,000 purchase was made possible by the clerk of court Karen Rushing, who after a meeting approached Sheriff Tom Knight with extra money from her 2015-2016 budget.
The sheriff needed the money, and it was important to me to be able to help the law enforcement people that serve our community and protect our quality of life.
Local gun store owner Michael Young feels this move was a long time coming. Young is close with several deputies who he says always come to mind when a mass shooting makes headlines.
I've gone out to eat with them, the ladies and gentlemen of law enforcement. I go to church with them, you know, and when you hear something like that, my heart goes out to them because I know their hearts are breaking for their fellow brothers and sisters in arms.
Now, a full active shooter set includes a ballistic helmet, which the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office says they're trying to purchase through their own budget as soon as possible. Those vests are expected to arrive sometime in the next month and a half. In downtown Sarasota, Adam Cellini, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
It's now safe to go swimming at North Lido Beach again, at least as far as water quality is concerned. Sarasota County health officials have lifted the no swim advisory at Lido Beach. They say new testing samples show that the water quality is safe and meets state standards. The no swim advisories for Siesta Beach and Venice Fishing Pier were lifted on Monday.
Road crews in Sarasota County are working to keep up with the growing problem of potholes, especially in the aftermath of last week's heavy rainfall. County officials are patching up as many as 100 potholes a day and up to 5,000 a year. It's a problem both the county and the city say they take on aggressively once a report of a pothole comes in. The county even has its own full-time patching crew.
We'll normally patch it within 1 or 2 days. Our standard level of service is 3 days, but we consistently beat that number.
You can report a pothole with either the city or the county at the numbers there that you see on your screen. The county also has a new app called See, Click, Fix, where you can report issues that you come across. Well, it's National Drive Electric Week, and Moat Marine Lab is getting in on the action. For the second year in a row, Moat Marine will host Electrify the Island at their facility. The event aims to encourage people to drive electric cars and make more eco-friendly choices. Electric vehicles will be on display at Moat this weekend.
We live in such a wonderful environment here in Sarasota. We should really be doing everything possible to reduce our impact on that environment, to try and save it, conserve it for the future. Doesn't mean we shouldn't use what's in the environment, but we need to conserve it and make sure it lasts for future generations. And that's a core message for Moat, and something that ties in very nicely for us electric vehicle fans.
Electrify the Island is this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Moat Marine. Get out there, check them out. Might be cool. You like electric vehicles.
I do. I think they're fun to, first of all, fun to drive. I mean, they got an amazing pickup
Yeah, quieter?
Faster. Well, sure, they're a lot quieter, but they're even faster pickup than any standard car.
Oh,
yeah, they kind of even the base models. Some of them rivaled Porsche.
That's
so
awesome.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah, they're pretty cool.
And we're seeing a lot more charging stations at various places, the mall and different
Which is
spots.
nice.
So that is
Which
nice.
is
Makes
nice.
it more convenient. And
Car companies are still having a difficult time making a profit on them, though. But
really,
hopefully that'll happen. Showers and thunderstorms in the forecast. A little more of them today than we saw yesterday, but still less than the normal amount we'd see on a typical day. We'll talk about the forecast and take a look ahead when the rain shower chances kind of ramp back up in just a few.
all right, and also coming up, did two Suncoast high schools' rivalry get out of hand after one school burned the other's jersey? We'll have more on this investigation that's actually now underway coming up.
What does it mean when New South Window says Factory Direct?
It means we have a factory. It means we eliminate the middleman.
It means you get an award-winning, energy-efficient window at factory direct pricing.
Plus, New South windows are made in Florida.
For Florida Home.
By Florida workers, because we know Florida weather.
Bring your measurements this Saturday from 9 to 4 to get huge discounts. New South Window. We manufacture, we install, we guarantee. Call now.
We've been slow smoking over oak for more than 45 years. And while sticking to tried and true traditions is kind of our thing, it doesn't hurt to throw something new in the smoker every now and then. Come get some slow smoked chicken wings at Sonny's Barbecue. Order them as an appetizer or as part of a combo with pork, baby back ribs, or both, starting at $10.99. Sonny's Barbecue, local pitmasters since '68.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, we make sure you get the most for your money. More years, more miles, and when you're ready to sell, you'll get more money back. Come fall in love with the longest-lasting vehicle in its class, the Subaru Outback. Or lease a new 2017 Subaru Forester for just $209 a month. Or get 0% financing right now during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Getting older shouldn't mean giving up all the things she loves to do. It should just mean, well, finding new ways to do them. Right at Home's professional team thoughtfully selects caregivers to provide help with personal care, housekeeping, and of course, meal preparation.
Oh, that smells so good. Oh, and it tastes good too.
We can provide the right care right at home.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Looking for carpet? Look no further. Minnesota Flooring has Smart Strand carpet as low as $1.79 per square foot. Installed, no add-ons or extras. Unbelievable? Minnesota Flooring can have in-stock carpet installed in your home in 48 hours for as low as $1.99 per square foot. Don't miss these prices. Visit Minnesota Flooring today.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights. Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC 7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
So currently, we're looking at a lower dew point again today, coming in at 71 degrees. It still feels pretty comfortable out there. Air temperature a little bit warmer, coming in at 76. I think we'll probably see those dew points rise back up into the mid to upper 70s as we head into Thursday, but particularly on Friday, I think we'll be solidly in the mid to upper 70s. Northeast wind comes in lightly at about 6, and across the region, temperatures are fairly uniform. 75 in Wauchula, Lakewood Ranch at 75, Bradenton at 75. We have a few places that are a little bit warmer, 77 in Venice and Inglewood, 75 Northport, 74 Punta Gorda, Longboat Key coming in at the warmest spot now at 79. So the easterly wind flow very apparent here on our radar imagery from yesterday. You can see the showers were generally from about central Sarasota southward across the area and then out in Gulf waters. A lot of the shower and thunderstorm activity was down to the south of us in a little trough of low pressure that has since kind of faded away. But still, that easterly wind flow continues, and we will see more showers around this afternoon with perhaps a little bit better coverage in Manatee County. As far as current conditions go, well, your morning commute is going to be absolutely rain-free. It's going to be a beautiful start to the day. High pressure, the dominant weather feature for us across the deep south, providing fair skies. If you're traveling today to the Atlanta Airport hub or the hubs in North Carolina, should be no issues whatsoever weather-wise. Hermine continues to pull away, kind of falling apart, and we'll watch Newton, which is decreasing in strength, moving onshore and bringing rainfall across Arizona and New Mexico in the United States. Probably is a tropical storm there. High pressure, the dominant weather feature, easterly wind flow across the state, moisture from the Atlantic slowly encroaching on our dry air that moved in yesterday, so that by the time we hit the day after tomorrow, I think we'll be back to our normal rainfall chances. Scattered showers, the best chance for them in the state of Florida are down to the south from Miami down to the Florida Keys. But for us, mostly sunny skies today, an isolated shower or two, building afternoon clouds, mix of sun and clouds, and then better chances of rainfall by the weekend. The water vapor imagery shows that kind of mix of moisture to the south, dry air to the north. Still some pretty dry air over the Cape, and I think by tomorrow, 7:05 in the evening, we have a launch at the Cape that might be visible from our area. I think showers and thunderstorms like today are going to be ending early, and our rain chances tomorrow still less than normal. So as they launch that Atlas V rocket to go investigate the asteroid, the OSIRIS-REx mission it's called, might get some pretty decent evening viewing for that. We'll see how that plays out. Today, we continue to watch the erosion of that moisture layer so that allows for a little bit better coverage in Manatee County. Showers kind of line up very close to the coastline as the sea breeze will be kept close to the coast by that easterly wind flow by early afternoon, and then by early evening, I think everything kind of clears out and we're left with a pretty tranquil and quiet overnight period. Forecast for us today calls for that northeast wind at about 10 to 15, settling down to about 5 to 10 this afternoon. Boaters, moderate chop with a 2-foot sea or less. The forecast for the remainder of the week, still less than average rain chances tomorrow, but by the time we get to Friday into Saturday, we're back to that 50 percentile mark. Back to you guys.
Thank you, John. Taking a look at the maps this morning at 6:19. Looks like out of Palmetto, we're just seeing a little bit of a slowdown on the Green Bridge southbound into Bradenton. DeSoto is pretty clear at this point. Looks like the interstate's still clear as well. No accidents or major delays on any of our roadways. Sarasota County looks great as well. No slowdowns on 41 or the arteries at 75, and everything is still clear on the interstate down into Venice and Northport. Just be aware that east of the interstate at State Road 72, the road is closed between Mayaca State Park Road and Seidel Road as they finish working on those 2 potholes and get that all cleaned up, so that you can take that roadway once again. We'll let you know when that clears up. Well, it's now time again this week for the amazing Suncoast woman.
All this woman does is help people every day of her life, but she feels it isn't enough. ABC 7's Luna Carson shows us, in fact, that it is.
Pat Knox works long hours with no pay. She's the volunteer director of the Jubilee Outreach Center in Inglewood.
We have a food pantry, which is our #1 thing. We have a clothing closet. We do financial aid. We are a resource and a referral agency.
She emphasizes they're a ministry and not a social service. They have no paid employees, yet they provide aid to up to 400 families a month and 37 homeless people. Pat came to Inglewood 10 years ago to be near her daughter. Before that, she did street ministry in Miami.
We took food and clothing out on the streets to the homeless that were in downtown Miami, where on any night you could see 200 to 300 people.
She also ran a wildlife center and taught in the same elementary school there for 35 years. She taught environmental science.
I took children out into the Everglades, where I learned how to teach them all about the Everglades, and I wound up actually doing tours in the Everglades.
She also taught her students to help others.
All of our children were all involved with outreach. They collected food and they collected clothing for the Homeless Coalition.
The downside to her career, so often she can't help those in need.
When you can't provide housing for them because there's no affordable housing in Englewood. That's a sad part. We can provide food, we can provide clothing, we sit, we talk to them. We can even get people with cancer to the right people. But there's so many things that we can't do, and that's the downside of it.
Pat is no stranger to heartbreak. She lost her son 2 years ago.
The reason you can work with people and help them is if you've been there.
She says helping others eases her own pain. And her life lesson?
Trying to just be yourself and to give what you can give, because we're all blessed.
Pat is here 4 days a week right now. She'll be here 5 days a week starting in October. And every minute for her is volunteer work. Pat Knox, you are truly an amazing woman. Linda Carson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Oh, thank you, Linda.
Well, it takes a village, and she's got the ball rolling, that's for sure.
Inspiring us to give more.
Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast.
The parent company of Fox News has reached a settlement with several employees in a sexual harassment case. We have the details next.
Hurricane season is here, and Suncoast weather can go from this to this in seconds. So when severe weather threatens, count on the official Suncoast storm team at ABC 7.
We're armed with the most advanced weather technology so that we can bring you storm warnings faster and with more detail than ever before.
Plus, we focus on the Suncoast and track storms right down to your neighborhood.
On air, online, and on your mobile device. Turn to the official Suncoast storm team at ABC 7. We're here for you.
They took that stress and that tension when I was particularly feeling very bad after that nasty car accident, and it was such a relief to know that I didn't have to bear that burden alone, that I had help.
Our goal is to not just get a satisfactory settlement on their case. We want them up on their feet, happy again. They've gotten their life back.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
Call right now to get your free Senior Care Compass ebook. Find out about the 5 best-kept secrets on financing senior care and assisted living.
Call now, 800-290-0352. 800-290-0352.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
Thank you, my fellow Americans. As your candidate for president, I will make bling affordable with Spectralite diamonds.
Spectralite diamonds are manufactured in laboratory conditions to equal the finest natural diamonds.
This political message was brought to you by Created Gems and the Bling Party.
Big bling for little change for you.
Welcome back. It is 6:25. The parent company of Fox News now settling the sexual harassment claims made by former anchor Gretchen Carlson for a lot of money.
Greta Van Susteren is left there now as well. ABC's Diane Macedo has the details.
Big lawsuit, big payout. $20 million.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Fox News is making headlines of its own. Just 2 months after the bombshell sexual harassment lawsuit by former Fox and Friends anchor Gretchen Carlson against the powerful Fox News chief Roger Ailes, the network's parent company is settling for $20 million. The announcement comes after a scathing New York Magazine article alleging Carlson had been secretly recording conversations with Ailes since 2014.
I think Fox, the parent company, wanted this to be over and done with. They're trying to have this be part of the past, not part of their future.
In an unprecedented public apology to Carlson, 21st Century Fox said, quote, "We sincerely regret and apologize for the fact that Gretchen was not treated with the respect and dignity that she and all of our colleagues deserve." And coming up at 7 a.m., Dan Abrams weighs in live. With your GMA First Look, I'm Diane Macedo, ABC News, New York.
Man, my feet are killing me.
Same time tomorrow, fellas? Dr. Scholl's massaging gel work insoles absorb a hard day on your feet for comfort that keeps you feeling more energized.
It's got skills.
Dr. Scholl's work insoles.
My dad gave me those shares, you know? He ran that company.
I get it. But you know, I think you own too much. Got to manage your risk.
An honest opinion is how Edward Jones makes sense of investing.
I love bread.
I love ice cream.
Pizza.
Peanut butter. Tacos! I love ramen. Anything chocolate. Chicken tacos, pork tacos. And now that I've learned to manage what I eat, I can still eat the foods I love every single day.
Members have lost 15% more weight in the first 2 months on the Beyond the Scale program than on our previous program, and they're still eating the foods they love.
That's the genius of this program.
Join for free and get a free starter kit. Hurry, offer ends September 19th.
If you want 24/7 access to ABC7's breaking news stories, weather forecasts, traffic alerts, health reports, dining segments, local events, Suncoast View, and more ABC7 specialty programming, now there's good news. Introducing the free ABC7 channel on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Your 24/7 access to ABC7. Just search ABC7 on your streaming device and download your free ABC7 app now.
Hurricane season is here, so when severe weather threatens, count on the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7.
We bring you storm warnings faster and with more detail than ever before.
And track storms right down to your neighborhood.
On air, online, and on your mobile device. Turn to the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7. We're here for you.
Temperatures on the Suncoast are rising and the deals are hotter than ever during the summer clearance event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. You'll feel cooler than ever when you drive away in a new Jeep Cherokee for as little as $19,999, or take home a stylish new Jeep Renegade for just $17,999. How about a new 2016 Jeep Patriot for just $14,999? Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
US Med has great news for anyone living with diabetes.
If you have Medicare, private insurance, or prescription drug coverage, US Med will ship a new glucose meter right to your home.
And shipping is free.
My new meter uses only a speck of blood, so it's less painful than my previous meter.
If you have Medicare, private insurance, or prescription drug coverage, you're covered with US Med. We're welcoming new patients, even if your current provider can't supply you anymore.
I don't even have to test on my fingers anymore. I can test on my hand or forearms, and it's more accurate than my old meter.
So call US Med today, and you'll have a choice of 2 great meters.
One that actually speaks your results, or a meter so small it fits in the bottle of strips.
Act now, and US Med will include a free prescription discount card. We'll also send you a free diabetes cookbook. This is your opportunity.
So call US Med today.
You'll be glad you did.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. andservices.com. andservices.com.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, the race for the White House running through Florida once again. We'll have the details.
Plus, a feud between neighbors ended with an attempt to demolish a home. We have the details.
The Manatee County rivalry heating up as Palmetto High School looks into social media posts of burning a jersey. We'll have the details.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Welcome back. I'm Rebecca Vargas.
Along with John Scalzi, I'm Don Brennan. A lot of retribution in those headlines, and I think the Palmetto High and possibly, allegedly burning of a jersey. Social media, they've proven that if you are writing an email or on social media, it's easier to say nasty things.
Yes,
or
you're hiding behind your computer.
Yes, because you know, if you had to face somebody, you might not say something so antagonistic. But when you get behind your computer, it's easy to say things a little more inflammatory.
And they can be just as hurtful.
They're just as hurtful, and it stirs up a lot of problems. And then you see fights like that happened in
it's a form of bullying.
and in Manatee. Yeah, it's a form of bullying, and it causes
has to be addressed.
Fights.
Has to be addressed. We'll have details on that coming up in a few. We have across our region a few scattered showers driving in on an easterly wind flow. That easterly wind flow will be with us again today. Showers will come in from the east. They'll move out into Gulf waters where they will dissipate. Only thing is, today, I may see a few more of them around. We'll put the rain chance at about 20 or 30%. Daytime high coming in the low 90s. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks a lot, John. Take a look at Suncoast roadways. Manatee County looking good. Palmetto bridges, for the most part, moving along at a normal pace for this time of the morning. A little bit of a backup on State Road 70 as you head west and get to the 41 interstate east of that Bee Ridge extension. And it'll be for a couple more days. They fill those big sinkholes on the roadways. Timing our news this half hour, the campaigns remain in overdrive with both tickets rallying support across the country, including right here in Florida.
ABC's Maggie Rulli has the latest on the race for the White House.
Both candidates are focusing in on key battleground states. Hillary Clinton wrapping up yesterday in Florida, where she accused Trump of insulting America's veterans.
His whole campaign has been one long insult to all those who've worn the uniform to protect our most cherished American values.
And of lacking any real foreign policy plans.
He says he has a secret plan to defeat ISIS. But the secret is he has no plan.
Donald Trump bashing Clinton right back while in North Carolina, calling out Clinton's use of a private email server.
Hillary Clinton has taught us all how much of a problem we have by cyber security.
And saying he's the candidate who can unite America.
Imagine what our country could accomplish if we started working toward one people under one God.
And with less than 3 weeks until the first official presidential debate, the two candidates squared off in back-to-back interviews with ABC's David Muir, pressing Clinton about her family's foundation.
Let's look at the Trump Foundation that was just fined by the IRS. The Clinton Foundation has just been judged by an independent watchdog called the Charity Navigator to have the highest score.
And Trump on his immigration policy.
What's going to happen is if you're going to be a citizen, you're going to have to leave and you're going to have to come in.
And both candidates will get the chance to face off again tonight as they appear back-to-back in a town hall-style event focused on national security and veterans. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, Washington.
Thank you, Maggie. Well, the last patient hospitalized from the Pulse nightclub shooting is now back home. The Orlando Regional Medical Center confirmed the patient has been released. The hospital treated 35 patients and completed 76 operations following the massacre, which is the worst mass shooting in modern U.S. history. Last month, Orlando Health and Florida Hospital both announced that they will not bill the survivors for any out-of-pocket medical expenses.
A man in Tennessee didn't have much of a home to go back to, but not because of the weather. His neighbor tried to bulldoze his house down. Police say it all started when John Higdon was arrested for reckless endangerment after he started shooting at people randomly that he says were running around his house. Police searched the area but didn't find anyone, and while Higdon was in jail, his neighbor took a backhoe and knocked down part of Higdon's house. The neighbor has been charged with trespassing and felony vandalism, and more charges are pending.
Yikes, don't want to live in that neighborhood.
A little bit of anger issue
No,
there.
some problems here too, some frustrations here on the Suncoast. Sarasota City Commissioners vote to take the next step towards bringing back paid parking to the downtown area.
Even though nearly every person who came to City Hall to speak on parking meters was against the idea, they still made the decision to move forward. And ABC 7's Ray Collins has the story.
It's just outrageous. Outrageous.
Emotions ran high at Sarasota City Hall, where commissioners asked for public comment on parking meters, which was nearly unanimous against, then voted in favor.
I would not encourage my mother or grandmother to come downtown and pull out her wallet to feed a meter in front of the vagrancy situation that's going on downtown.
This downtown retailer was among more than a dozen who made their feelings clear against meters.
Please, listen to your constituents. Don't buy into this fiasco.
But commissioners didn't listen to those who were there and voted 4-1 to take the next step, which is checking out various options for parking meters.
About it than I do.
We asked Commissioner Suzanne Atwell why she voted for meters while nearly everyone who spoke was against them.
There are a lot of merchants that I've talked to that are pro parking meters because they understand the turnover and they will get more people in their places of business. So yes, we heard from a group of people today, but not all.
Why did you vote against?
Because I listened to the business owners and I listened to the residents.
Vice Mayor Shelley Freeland-Eddy says meters didn't work in 2011 and they won't work this time. She says the city is pushing people out of downtown with 3 recent issues.
Construction, homelessness, parking. Shop someplace else.
And the head of the Downtown Merchants Association didn't rule out filing suit to block meters.
As a group, do we need to go ahead and hire counsel and do an injunction against this to try and stop it? Or can we postpone this and really talk about it and see if it's really what we want to do in our downtown area?
But nothing was postponed, and the city is now taking the next step toward bringing in different vendors to show off their respective parking meters.
Hopefully everybody will support our next step, which is just to look at the equipment and make further decisions from there.
And the city will start checking out various parking meter styles in the next few weeks. In the newsroom, Ray Collins, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
And here's what some of you had to say on social media about the parking meter plan. Barbara posted on our Facebook page, "No one wants the parking meters. This is horrible. Tell them no." While Ashley wrote, "They tried this before and it didn't work. Why fix something if it ain't broke?" And Mary also says, "How else are they going to pay for those flowers that were installed on the light posts on Main Street?" If you'd like to comment on this subject, you can do so by going to our website or any of our social media pages.
Just in time for snowbird season, the Sarasota-Bradenton International Airport is adding a new flight to the New England area. Elite Airways will begin twice weekly service at SRQ to and from Portland, Maine this fall. The new flight will begin, or the new flights rather, on November 17th to be exact. Early bird one-way fares will start around $200 and tickets are available now. Elite is based in Maine with a hub in Melbourne. SRQ plans to release more details on the new service at a press conference today. A picture being shared on social media of a Manatee High School football jersey being burned is now sparking an investigation. The picture surfaced following Manatee's game against Palmetto Monday night, and according to the Bradenton Herald, school officials at Palmetto High School and school resource officers are trying to determine where the picture originated. School principal Carl Ackerman says it's too early to determine a punishment for the post.
The Robert L. Taylor Community Complex in Sarasota is showing off the completion of a one-of-a-kind sports project. The city inviting us to tour its new multi-sport artificial turf field. It has new lighting, fencing, a concession stand, and extra parking. The complex plans to host soccer, lacrosse, and football games on the new field. They are going to hold a grand opening celebration, and it's set for next Tuesday. The Booker High School football team went a decade with Fred Gilmore at the helm, even went to a state championship game, but now they have their 5th coach in 6 years. According to the Tornadoes athletic director, Phil Helmuth, head coach Richard Goodwin resigned due to personal issues that he's been dealing with. Booker immediately put assistant coach Dumika Atkins, a Booker alumni, in charge. He'll be the head coach, and being an alum, maybe he'll take over from there. He teaches part-time at Sarasota. Now the Tornadoes are coming off 2 big losses to Riverview and Sarasota, and they're also awaiting word on punishment from this brawl Friday night against Sarasota.
The Orioles have really
And on the field, well, after firing their hitting coach, Logan Forsythe put his hitting shoes on. Bottom half of the first inning, he hits a home run, his 18th of the year, and the Rays were up 1-0, but it didn't last long. It's Chris Davis hits a solo shot of his own to tie the game at 1, and it was all Orioles from there. Baltimore up 3-1 in the fourth, and Manny Machado hits a grand slam, putting the game out of reach. They went on to win 11-2, the O's did. The Rays will try to avoid the sweep today. See what happens, but
got our local team and our spring training team.
Yeah, it was
back to back.
The Rays, really, everybody thought they were going to contend, and they just kind of went in the dumper.
Yeah,
but, the Orioles,
look at that score.
The Orioles been hanging around the top all year, so good luck.
And a
to
week
them.
to football.
And a week. Well, actually, tomorrow night the NFL starts one game, but you're
But
right.
we got college football already started, and I'm learning so much. You would be so proud of me.
I am proud of you. I'm proud of you every day of the week.
Thank you so
of
much.
you. Absolutely.
I want to teach you a few things.
I could use the one. I'm open.
John's going to go to the classes, the football classes.
Yeah.
I could learn.
With me.
A few showers around the forecast a little bit later on today. I think we'll return to more typical kind of thunderstorm activity by the time we hit Friday. We'll talk about that in a second.
My dad is my hero, and I wanted to give him a chance to live life and be happy. Granny Nannies has been a huge help. It has contributed to the health and happiness of my dad, for sure.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Game on, Suncoast. Get scores and highlights from the area's top high school matchups on Football Friday night, just after the news at 11:15. Sponsored by Gulf Coast Honda.
Attention, this is an important message for anyone who had an IVC filter placed to prevent blood clots from traveling to their heart or lungs. Did your IVC filter move, break, or cause organ damage? The FDA warns that IVC filters may cause serious complications, such as heart or lung damage, internal bleeding, even death. If you or a loved one suffered serious complications, call IVC Filter Helpline now. You may be entitled to compensation. IVC filters are designed to prevent blood clots. If your IVC filter moved or broke and you suffered heart or lung damage, internal bleeding, or if a loved one died as a result, call IVC Filter Helpline today. Our network of experienced attorneys is ready to fight for you. You'll pay nothing unless there's a recovery in your favor. Call today for a free confidential consultation. Don't fight this alone. Call IVC Filter Helpline now.
Please call 800-897-6764. That is 800-897-6764.
It's Lincoln's summer sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKZ for only $299 per month, or a 2016 Lincoln MKX, Lincoln's premium sports utility vehicle, for $339 per month. We also have a great selection of certified pre-owned vehicles. Drive with the confidence of a 6-year, 100,000-mile comprehensive warranty and complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, family owned and operated, and winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
The official salon of ABC7. Cutting Loose Salon.
Granny Nannies. We've been making house calls for over 25 years. When you need home health care services, there really is no place like home.
Grandma! A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
So, kind of good news here. Our dew point values are still pretty low, coming in at 71 degrees. Air temperature is at 76, so it's a comfortable start to the morning once again today. Now, that dew point value, which is a measure of how much moisture there is contained in our atmosphere, is going to be rising as we head into the next several days. And when that happens, the air starts to feel a little bit more humid. And we'll notice that particularly, I think, by the time we get to about Friday. But today, not a bad start. Northeast wind comes in lightly at about 6, feels pretty nice out there. We'll have temperatures around the area that are generally fairly uniform. We have 75 Wauchula, 74 Myakka, 75 in Northport, Lakewood Ranch, Parrish, Bradenton. Longboat Key comes in at 78 degrees, 77 in Venice, and Inglewood comes in at 76, Punta Gorda at 74. So yesterday, very evident, pretty typical easterly wind flow pattern across the state of Florida. For this time of year, an easterly wind flow is certainly not out of the ordinary, southeast to east. We have a northeast wind flow right now. That wind flow takes showers and thunderstorms from the other coasts and pushes them in our direction. It also keeps our sea breeze held pretty close to the coast, so we don't get those explosions of shower and thunderstorm activity that we normally might find at this time of year. You know, the kind that really blow up in inland areas and then drift to the coast with heavy torrential downpours of rain. Well, that may come our way again as we head into the weekend, but for today, I think we have, similar to yesterday, a smattering of showers, light rain, maybe an occasional pop of thunder. I think we'll have a few more pops of thunder today compared to yesterday, and we'll probably have a little bit better coverage north. But right now, radar is clean as a whistle. Morning commute, no problems whatsoever weather-wise. This water vapor imagery, which shows us the swirls and motions in the atmosphere. I love this imagery because it really does give you a good insight into our summer weather. Shows you the dry air indicated by the tan here that we had in place yesterday, now kind of being pushed away as moisture starts its slow return across the peninsula. Today and tomorrow we'll still have less than average rainfall, I think. But then as we head into Friday, more and more moisture returns, and we're back to that 50% chance of afternoon storms. You can see the division between the dry air to the north and the moist air across the southern tip of the state. It's pretty sharp. The further north you go, the cooler the nights and the clearer the skies. For us today, the east wind comes in at about 10 to 15 during the morning, shifting northeast in the afternoon at about 5 to 10. That'll give you a moderate chop with 2-foot seas on bay and inland waters. A couple of tides at 11:52 low tide, a high tide at 5:37 if you're a fisher person. The forecast for the rest of the week calls for slowly increasing rain chances till we get back to average stuff by about Friday. Daytime highs in the low 90s. Back to you guys.
Thanks, John. As far as your commute at 6:48, we're now seeing an accident popping up on I-75 northbound near exit 224. At 301 there, that Ellington exit in the northbound lane, so be aware of that. Not seeing a slowdown just yet because of it. As far as the bridges, they're looking all right this morning, not too slow just yet. 301 is building in volume southbound as you approach State Road 70 heading south, but so far 41 and the interstate are pretty clear into Sarasota County. Not seeing any major issues on 41 or the arteries out to 75. Looks like more cars are getting out on the roadways, but nothing to slow you down this morning. If you're out east, remember again at State Road 72 there, east of the interstate in South County. We're still seeing that road closure between Myakka State Park Road and Seidel Road to the Bee Ridge extension there. It's closed as they fix those potholes. That should be done within the next couple of days. But the rest of our roadways are looking great. Organizers at the Remote Area Medical Clinic in Manatee County are looking for more medical professionals to volunteer their services this year.
2,000 people are expected to be treated at the 3-day free clinic in November, and organizers are looking for dentists, eye doctors, physicians, nurses, and other professionals to help with this year's event. They're also looking for general volunteers for registration, food services, and to assist patients. The clinic will run from November 11th through the 13th at Manatee Technical College, and those interested in volunteering can contact organizers using the information on your screen. In entertainment news, the Gene Wilder tributes continue. Young Frankenstein will return to theaters in October with a live introduction from writer-director Mel Brooks. It'll be broadcast from the 20th Century Fox lot there and reaching 500 theaters nationwide. In addition to touring the studio lot where much of the movie was filmed, Brooks is expected to reminisce about his friend and collaborator Wilder. Wilder died Sunday from complications with Alzheimer's disease. He was 83 years old.
A fourth performance of Chicago, the musical, has been added to the Van Wezel Performing Arts Hall schedule. 3 performances were already scheduled for March 25th and 26th. This additional show will be on March 24th. Chicago is now the #1 longest running American musical in Broadway history and shows no signs of slowing down. Tickets will go on sale this Saturday at 10 a.m. I love that. I've been wanting to see that show for a very long time.
Yeah, have you?
Yeah,
And you
I
haven't
have.
seen it. You see everything.
I know. It's the classics sometimes you miss. I think I've seen maybe Lion King and Phantom of the Opera half a dozen or more times,
Yeah,
but
they're
gotta
great
add that
movies.
one.
Right, there are great things that I haven't seen because you hear so much about them over the years, you feel
Yeah.
like you already have seen it.
Well, you get so many chances this time around in March. You don't want to miss it. Stay with us.
We'll be right back.
On air, online, and on your mobile device, this hurricane season turned to the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7. We're here for you.
So, you've decided to go to college. That's cool. So, pop quiz. Which is a better way to earn your degree? Commute to college and fill your gas tank, get stuck in traffic, drive in bad weather, try to find a parking space, walk a half mile to class, or learn online at Independence University. You don't go to college. College goes to you. That's independence. That's Independence University. And all your supplies, including a brand new laptop and tablet, are included with tuition. Independence U for an independent you.
1-800-350-9872.
A message from the Pulaski Law Firm. You started there right out of high school, learned your trade and did it well. And the asbestos you handled, well, that was just part of the job. If you worked in the trades and were diagnosed with mesothelioma, get the best care available. Then call us. You may be entitled to financial compensation without ever going to court.
Call 800-236-4994.
And see how we can help. Mesothelioma. Don't fight it alone.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com. AND services.com.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on the pedal. You get a clean mop head that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitors at